Alright guys, welcome back to another video, and today I'm here to do one of the videos that I really like doing at the end of the year, which is my favorite tech products of the year. So this is a list of my top 10 favorite things that I've purchased myself that are tech related or gaming related that I really like this year. And I obviously, as you guys know on this channel, I do get a lot of tech and a lot of gaming products throughout the year. So it's always fun to look back at everything I've gotten, everything I've played, and kind of think back and say, what were my favorite things that I use all the time? What were things that I really recommend to you guys? So obviously, these are all products that I recommend to all of you guys. And if there are links, you guys will see the links down below for all of these products down below, so you guys can purchase it yourself as well. And I've been having a ton of fun with this, and obviously I recommend all of these products to anybody who likes what they see here. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech. Going for a brekkie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie is the gaming tech. Gaming techie.
Alright guys, so the first one here coming in at number 10 as one of my favorite tech products of the year is definitely the Casino Cade from Arcade 1. Probably a surprise to some of you considering how much hate this machine gets from some people out there, but I think they did a really good job for what they set out to do, for what this machine is supposed to be. And I've been having a blast with it. I've owned it now for a little over a month now, and I've had some people come over. We had some Christmas parties and stuff already, and people are really enjoying it. Obviously, with the slot machines that we have on there, are really fun. The 4 that come with it that I've done a full review on this machine have been really fun to play, and you know, unlocking the other games as we progress through, trying to win the mega pot and all that kind of stuff works well. I think the touchscreens, obviously, even though I would have wanted a bigger version, I think is fine because everything ties in together. Even though that middle screen is not as big as, you know, some people would want it to be, a 10-inch screen is basically the size of an iPad, and it works well enough on here. And you know, having the lights surrounding it and everything flickering off really adds to the atmosphere of being in a casino, especially with the top screen there where we have 2 screens where things animate from top to bottom, which is really cool. And I think when people are sitting in front of this machine and they're sitting in front of it, the slot machines and all that kind of stuff works perfectly on this screen. The only issue sometimes is obviously with the other touchscreen games where you're playing Sudoku and Blackjack and stuff. Obviously the touchscreen isn't super large, but I think it still works really well. I don't have any issues with it, and the people who have come over have had a good time with it, and they haven't complained about the size or anything when they played it, and have been having a fun time with it. And I think this is a great addition to my game room to add something different, especially for people who love to come over and play slots and stuff. Obviously, we can't be at Atlantic City all the time, and this brings a little bit of that flair home where you can still be competing for people on the leaderboard, so it's not like you're playing for nothing. Even though you're not playing for money, you're still putting yourself on a leaderboard spot and trying to get the most amount of money won. So pretty cool machine in my opinion. I have a full review if you guys want to check it out. The Casino Cade coming in at number 10. The next thing here coming in at number 9 is TiltFive, and this is actually something I have not done a full review on yet because it's a little bit hard to capture and getting this all organized. Really busy with a bunch of other videos, but this is the TiltFive system. I don't know how many of you guys have heard of this before. It's basically an augmented reality system. I have 2 pairs of glasses and 2 wands on here. And what's really cool about this is the local multiplayer 3D aspect. You guys know I love 3D on this channel. Basically what happens is you have this board right here in front of you. You can place it on a table or on the floor, wherever you want. And then you have these augmented glasses that basically power the whole thing. You wear these glasses right here, and you can see right through the glasses. And obviously, since these are just a regular pair of glasses, you can see the other person. So it's not like VR where you can't see anything else around you or anything like that. This is literally just a shaded pair of glasses that lets you see the 3D on the board. And then you connect the other side of this to your actual computer. That's the only unfortunate thing. Of course, you need to, it uses the power of a computer or a laptop or stuff, and you play games. Some of them are available on Steam, some of them are on their website. And then this board that when you're looking through these glasses, looks like you're looking at 3D images. And I'm showing you guys a trailer here right now of what the TiltFive can do, and it really does look like that. It is really cool. The only thing that's kind of holding them back, in my opinion, is just content, which is probably not a surprise. One of the first games that I tried on here that I really liked was their Takenoko board game. Board games is what really shines on here, in my opinion, because I could have this out on a table and everyone gets a pair of glasses, and you can connect 4 pairs of glasses to a computer, and then you're all playing a 3D board game with these glasses in front of you, and everyone's using, you know, the wand and stuff like that, which you use for controls to manipulate the board game and see it in 3D coming to life right out of this board. And it does work really well. They did announce Catan. It was supposed to be out this year, but is now coming apparently in 2024. And I can't wait for that because Catan is obviously a huge board game. But I think that's the only thing holding these guys back right now is the fact that there's not a lot of content for it. but what is there, and the mini games and games that have come out on Steam that support TiltFive, because there's some other ones like shooters and stuff, are really cool, and definitely make the system stand out to nothing else out there. And the people who I've showed this to thought it was really cool as well. Again, I'm a huge 3D fan, and this is kind of the evolution of that with these glasses, and it's super cool local multiplayer style to play these games, which is where I think this thing shines, which is local multiplayer. So TiltFive coming in at number 9. The next one here coming in at number 8 is the Infinity Game Board. So this is the smaller edition of the Infinity Game Table. I've done a lot of reviews on this channel, and I've actually done a comparison of this smaller 18.5 inch versus the big 32 inch on this channel that you guys have seemingly liked. So if you guys want to watch the comparisons of that, but I've really liked this device. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal because I already have the bigger 32 inch version, but what this lets me do is I can now bring this to my family's house and have a lot of fun bringing it to friends and families, because the 32 inch, even though I did bring it a couple times, is just way too heavy to carry around. So this is awesome to now be a portable device with a bunch of board games on it that I bring to my family's house and we all have a lot of fun with, and friends' houses. And then I leave the 32 inch at home, where when I'm home and we have giant parties, it's great to be able to use that 32 inch screen. And this one, even though the hardware is exactly the same, the touchscreen is obviously a different size screen. And because of that, this is actually more responsive than the 32 inch. So what I like to do is I play a lot of the board games and stuff when I'm home on the bigger 32 inch. But anything that's like an arcadey experience, like maybe, air hockey or something, I play on this one only because the touchscreen sensitivity is actually more sensitive on here and works a little bit better than the actual touchscreen of the bigger 32 inch, which I've talked about in my full comparison review. But either way, I love this device because, and I have it right here in my living room, so when I'm watching TV, I kind of just have it right here while I'm watching TV on the projector, and it's a great small addition to kind of be messing around and playing with. And then I have the bigger 32 inch downstairs in the retro room, the board game room, which is great. And I love being able to take this to family and friends' houses and having access to all the games. And you don't have to buy the games twice or anything. You have them on both, and it's been fantastic. So the Arcade 1-Up Game Board coming in at number 8. The next one on this list coming in at number 7 has got to be this fantastic LG 3D TV that I got. This is the E6. This is one of the last TVs that came out in 3D. Did a full review on this as well. Basically, if you're a 3D fan, this is like one of the top models that you could buy before basically 3D kind of went out the window. And the reason for that is because this is actually a 4K OLED TV from LG that actually supported 3D. And I have a bunch of pair of glasses here, and you guys know I love my 3D. I have a bunch of Blu-rays, as you can see here and stuff, with a bunch of glasses, and everybody that I show this to is kind of blown away. And the reason that people are blown away every time is because, first of all, it's an OLED, so it has the great colors and the great blacks that really reproduce on an OLED, so you already have that advantage. Then you also have the advantage that the glasses are the passive glasses, the 3D glasses, and they're really, it's like the ones you wear at the movie theater, so they're really easy to put on. There's no like batteries in them. They feel like they're barely on your face, so it's really easy to, wear these and not have any issues with people's discomfort or anything. That's number 2. Number 3 is because this is a 4K OLED TV, when you play these 1080p Blu-rays, you don't have to worry about the resolution being cut in half. When before, on most of the TVs that were 3D before, when they were 1080p TVs, because they were 1080p and you were kind of splitting the image across both eyes on those glasses, you would lose resolution on the actual Blu-ray, so it would never look as good as they would on a Blu-ray if you were just watching it normally. On this, that's not true. Because this is a 4K TV and it has that extra resolution, when you watch a 1080p 3D Blu-ray, you actually get the full resolution in 3D on both eyes. So it makes it look better than it ever has before. And I've been playing, consoles on this, like my 360 with 3D games and PS3 with 3D games, and watching 3D Blu-rays. And it is the most amazing 3D Blu-ray experience I've had in person on watching it on a screen like this. It is amazing. So the LG E6 coming in at number 7. The next one here coming in at number 6 has got to be the Luma Pad 2. Now, I did a full review on this as well, and I actually did a review on the original, and this is basically a 3D tablet, sticking with the 3D theme here. This is a 3D tablet that literally is an Android tablet, so it's exactly what you would expect of an Android tablet, but the second generation added higher resolution, better 3D. It's actually head track now and all that kind of stuff, so when you move it around, it keeps track of your head, so it doesn't lose the 3D image. And what's awesome about this is I can basically now have 3D anywhere I go. So I can literally watch movies in 3D on this thing by putting some files on here from 3D and putting them on here, and me being able to watch 3D anywhere. Think of it like the 3DS, but way better than the 3DS. This is the evolution of what the 3DS was doing with no glasses, because this doesn't require glasses either. And it's awesome because it really does look 3D and it looks awesome and it tracks your head, which obviously is amazing. The resolution's super high and things just look really good on here. You can even take 3D pictures with the cameras on here, which is really cool. All these different apps that they have on here. You can even 3D chat now. So if you know somebody else with the Luma Pad, you'll be able to chat with them in 3D. And it does conversions in real time. So if you have apps or videos that were not designed for 3D and you're watching a YouTube video or something or a movie, you can actually convert it on the fly with the AI that is built into this thing. So you can actually watch it in 3D. And it actually is really convincing. It's not maybe as good as a 3D Blu-ray that was designed in 3D like Avatar or something, but it is very, very convincing and really good, and it's definitely better to have that for the content that's not technically produced in 3D. Really, really impressed with the Luma Pad 2. Like I said, I've done a full review on it. It's one of my favorite things because since I love 3D so much now, I can kind of watch it anywhere I go. So Luma Pad 2 coming in at number 6. The next one here coming in at number 5 is my new Disney TV that I added to my Disney room that I've talked about and done a full tour on. This was the perfect addition to this room. Obviously, this being a Disney-themed room, a Disney-themed guest room that I've shown off before. This is an awesome addition. The fact that they came out with this for the 100th anniversary of Disney was the perfect time for me to get a TV. I've never owned a frame TV from Samsung before, and it is really thin to the wall, and it looks really good, and really does look like a frame on the wall. And then when you power it on here, as you can see, makes that Disney sound effect every time you kind of navigate through the windows, through apps and stuff like that, which is really cool. And if you want, you can just leave it on a picture because this thing comes with 100 different Disney, pictures and stuff like that, which is obviously what sets it apart. And you can see right here, it's going to be scrolling through every 3 minutes, all the Disney artwork. And the artwork really does make this look like a picture frame on the wall, especially because I added the border around it, because you could either do it with or without the border. I've done a full video on this as well on all the customization you can do. But it looks really good, and it's just a fantastic TV. It's a 4K TV. I didn't have a 4K TV in this room before, so it was just a perfect time to upgrade. I had an old 1080p TV. And I love the remote that kind of has a hidden Mickey in it. I love the design of the actual frame. And I love the fact that it has like the little Disney 100 symbol right here to kind of commemorate Disney 100 right there on the side. And like I said, it is technically just a 4K TV, but it has that little Disney touch that just makes it extra perfect for a Disney theme room like I have. And I've been watching a lot of TV in here, and it's a great 4K TV in its own right. So the Samsung Disney Edition 100th frame TV coming in at number 5. The next one here coming in at number 4 has of course got to be the PlayStation VR2. This thing is obviously awesome. I've had a ton of fun with this thing here. And the PlayStation VR2 has a ton of great games. You guys will see my top list of PlayStation VR2 games later this week. And there's so many great games. Resident Evil 4 just came out. Gran Turismo literally made me get a wheel just to play that game. And the PlayStation VR2 has been great. There are some faults with it, and there's things that I sometimes prefer over like the Quest. On the Quest side than I do on the PlayStation VR2 side, because I'm a really big social component of VR. But what is here from the PlayStation VR2 is great, and I hope that they have more exclusives coming in 2024 and beyond, because I am having a ton of fun, and the haptics on this thing are definitely better than any other VR headset I've ever played, with the controllers offering that like amazing haptic control, and the headset rumble and stuff like that really immerses you into games that utilize it well. So the PlayStation VR2 coming in at number 4. And the next one here coming in at number 3 has got to be the big screen Beyond that you guys are seeing here on my desk right now. Incredibly small headset as you guys are looking at, and it really has to be on this list because it really reinvigorated my love for PCVR. I sold my HTC Vive Pro 2 because I just found it uncomfortable, didn't like the lenses on it or anything, so I got rid of it and haven't been playing PCVR for almost a year, because when this got announced I pre-ordered it and I've been waiting for it ever since. So I've just been using my PlayStation VR 2 and Quest and other things since then. And this thing has been awesome. It's exactly what I would hope it would be. It is really comfortable. It's really small. Obviously it is expensive, especially since you need the Steam VR base stations and the controllers, the index controllers. But I already had that stuff, which was great. So I just had to get the headset itself and sell the HTC Vive Pro 2 to make up some of that cost. And having a ton of fun. I mean, there's nothing like OLED panels on a PC VR headset where the blacks are black and the colors really pop off the screen. And the headset's that small and comfortable, and it's just been a really great experience, especially with the 2500 by 2500 resolution. To kind of up that from what it was before. And yeah, it's reinvigorated a lot of PCVR games that I've played before to see them in a new light. I mean, Half-Life Alyx has never looked better at this resolution with these OLED panels on the PC, and it's like playing a whole new game all over again. So, the big screen Beyond coming in at number 3. And the next one here coming in at number 2 is probably not a surprise. I mean, it's got to be the Quest here, the Quest 3 that just came out. I've been loving this thing here. I've been bringing it to family and friends and showing everybody, and everyone's super impressed. I love the mixed reality stuff that keeps coming out from the different applications where you get to be in your room and still see pass-through, and the pass-through is a much better quality than it used to be with it being now in full color. Obviously, the games that are updated with the Quest 3 using the actual better graphics and stuff have definitely gotten much improved, but nothing beats the pancake lenses that are on this thing. It is a game changer. It's still the best lenses, even though this has an OLED panel here on the big screen. The Quest here with the pancake lenses is clear from edge to edge, which the big screen can't even compete with. So as far as edge to edge clarity, and those pancake lenses, even though this also uses pancake lenses, the clarity on these from edge to edge is just bar none the best lenses I've ever seen in VR, and it makes using it such a joy, watching whatever you want to watch or playing whatever you want to play. And they're, with Asgard's Wrath that just came out, and all the games that we've been getting and wherever we're getting in 2024, the Quest future definitely does look bright, and I can't wait to see what they do next with it. But I've been loving everything about this thing. Obviously, I've done a full review on all this stuff, and I've talked about my full impressions, but this one easily comes in at my number 2. And the one that comes in at my number 1 has got to be the PC that I've built. I talked about last year wanting to build a PC, and I think the PC build that I did here came out fantastic. I love the way that this PC build looks. I got a 4090 in here, and it really is a game changer, especially combined with my PC VR headset, or just gaming in general, because I love, regular 2D gaming as well. But I really love the way that this came out. I love the case. I love the fact that I have all my stats right here in the front, and the way that I have a little screen there showing the temperature. I actually usually have my logo on there, but I had to rebuild Windows, so I have to reinstall the program and put my logo back into that little screen there where the temperature is. That's what I usually have showing in there. But regardless, I love the way that it looks. I love the white look, and I love the PC itself, with the 4090 combined with the processor and the RAM in here. I mean, it really is the PC I wanted to build for a while now, and it is amazing. It runs everything super well. Being able to finally play Flight Simulator in VR and have it look as good as it does and not have it run like complete garbage is fantastic. And playing all these games that are coming out and playing Cyberpunk and all these other things really is a game changer. And yeah, it's easily my favorite thing I've gotten this year, because I use it for everything. I use it for recording these YouTube videos for you guys. I use it to play PCVR games. I use it to play regular PC games. So it easily has to be my number 1. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that video of my favorite tech products of 2023 and gaming-related products. So much good stuff this year, between the Quest and the big screen Beyond and the TiltFive and the Disney TV, my 3D TV. I really can't complain about the tech products I was able to get in 2023, not to mention being able to build a full PC behind me that really powers a lot of the stuff that I talked about in today's video. And super happy with it, and super happy with everything that I got here and with all these tech products. Obviously, like I said, all the links are down below, but if you guys have any questions about any of these products in the video, as always, leave those questions down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Until next time.